everyone. I'm Viraj, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic, the rising prices of essential food items. And I'm going to connect it with economic concepts which I've studied while pursuing BSc Economics degree. We all, obviously, we all buy fruits, we all buy groceries, we all buy chocolates and muffins and whatever we like. And we have all observed that the prices of these items have been increasing, whatever in some years or days or weeks or whatever. So I'm going to talk about how this is affecting us and how I'm going to correlate it with the economic concepts which I've studied. So it's not just an everyday inconvenience, it's an economic issue that all of us face and it affects millions of people. So first let me connect it with the economic concepts. Firstly, scarcity, choice and opportunity cost. So reasons for items like wheat or onion prices to increase can be like scarcity because of weather conditions or the farmers not getting proper favorable conditions to grow their crop, as you can see. So that can be something for them. And also since there's scarcity, so the price obviously has to rise. And in my case, I remember going to the market to buy fruits and chocolates. So I remember the price. I used to for three pomegranates and two apples. I was spending around 200 rupees, and for chocolates I was spending around 40 rupees. And as soon as these, and I think I went after some months later to buy the same items like I used to every time, and the price rise was like substantial. It was like I was almost spending 500 rupees. I was spending 390 for the fruits, and not 390, more than that also, and almost 40 to 50 rupees for chocolates, which was something I think which was something which affected my budget also. So there the concept of choice and opportunity cost also came into play, because obviously since the price rose, I switched to having pears, which were cheaper than apples and pomegranates. And instead of having chocolates, which were priced at 10, and then the price rose to 20, then I started having muffins, which were much cheaper, like at 10 or 15. So that is why I had to make a choice. And opportunity cost. Obviously, in my case, the opportunity cost was the apples and the chocolates, which I was foregoing to have muffins and pomegranates. So that is something which we all face. So the next concept which I'm going to relate is the law of diminishing marginal utility and equi-marginal principle. So law of diminishing marginality, as it states, that as we have more and more of a commodity, our marginal utility will decrease with every additional unit, right? And the equi-marginal principle, since we're all rational consumers, we want to maximize our utility, and the marginal utility of rupee which is spent on money, it should be constant for all commodities. So obviously, since I was so fed up of having apples and dealing with chocolates, my marginal utility was declining, and also the cost was increasing. So therefore, I had to look for substitutes, right? So which were also within my budget and which were not as expensive. So therefore, I switched there. And law of equal marginality, obviously, because I am a rational consumer, I want to maximize utility. I don't want my marginal utility to decline. So therefore, switched to I switched to pear, and I switched to having muffins. The next topic which I'm going to relate is the budget constraints. So I had a budget of 10,000 rupees. And I remember before the price rise, I was spending approximately 20% of my budget on the food items. And obviously, I was saving. So my saving was over 7%, and miscellaneous was also entertainment, was also 10%. But when the prices rose, my food budget had increased to 25%. So I was spending out of 10,000, 2,500 on that, and my savings reduced to 3%. And for my entertainment and also my miscellaneous also decreased to 7%. So my budget, I faced a budget constraint basically. So therefore, I had to switch over to another commodities, and this is what budget constraint is all about, right? So we all have items, so it represents the limits of a consumer spending. And the last topic which I'm going to be talking about is the consumer surplus. So consumer surplus is basically the difference between the maximum price a consumer is willing to pay and the actual price they pay. So before the price rise of apples and pomegranates, I had a large consumer surplus for myself that was being used for entertainment and miscellaneous. But as the price rose, my consumer surplus shrinked, as you can see, and I had to switch over to substitute commodities. So that's all for today. And I would like to end by saying that, so whenever you think the prices of essential food items are increasing, they're because of a reason, economic, non-economic. And obviously, since we are rational consumers, we have to make decisions accordingly. Thank you.